We have tick task, which has we're gonna have a pointer to memory. We're casting. If they don't exist, then report the failure, as well as these other failure conditions. If the memory is paused, if we're in the pause state, keep subtracting from our float value until we're ready to continue. When the pause is over, then continue. We have an orbit direction because they're going to circle around the player. Like, for example, I'm here and they're circling around me. These animations are from Mixamo. If the amount is in a good space, we'll keep going. And yeah. Okay, what's next? So I should go to my execute task. So execute task, and I need to initialize the assigned radius from the donut range. So, because originally these guys are circling perfectly in a circle, but I would like for them to have like a range. Also, they kind of, I don't know, they're in each other's spaces, so we'll need to figure that out. So, we're going to, let's see, we're going to go to execute task, where we see memory assigned radius. So that's here, right? In, in, and so after this, we're going to do memory assigned radius be close in approach radius fmath rand range, because we have a min and a max. Am I ready to build? That's a good question. Alright, let's see if we're ready to build. So we hit compile. Did I have to save or did it auto-save? I think it auto-saved. Hang on, let me put some music. Something chill, lo-fi. That works. Okay, back to the build. Still building. Let's check our writer. These things are not connected, I believe. These two compiles, so we just gotta wait for it. taking a minute. That usually doesn't take that long. Oh, it's because I changed a header file, which forces a recompile of every file that is included in with that header file. So let's see what's included. Basically just this one. Okay, I heard the noise. That means it failed. Okay, why did it fail? Alright, I gotta figure out what this problem is. Or actually, let's grab the. I'm have ChatGPT open, so if I paste to it, that's what I'm doing. So I need to grab this output log. Just throw it in there. What does this mean? So there's no orbit direction, so I have to add an orbit direction to the mob AI H. It says to put it in the H, in the public section. So this is the public constructor. Just like this. I guess that's it. And then it says to set it in the CPP. So we need to go to onPossess. So is there a possess? Okay, I'm gonna say where is, what's it? Oh, mob AI controller set onPossesses. Mob AI controller. Look for onPossess. And the beginning of onPossess. I'm very new to C++, so it says it to add it after blackboard set value as bool has taunt token. So okay, the thing is, like, this variable just cannot resolve. What does that mean? Oh, they wanted me to initialize it in here, not in that other thing I was working on, which was move to standoff. Move to standoff. Okay, that makes more sense. Because sometimes we're going to go back and forth. We're going to go in one direction, then we're going to go in the other. That's the reason why we have this. So I'll set it right here. It says, give me your... Let's check if that gets fixed. I think it's resolved. I think it's resolved. I put it in move to standoff H originally. Can I build now? Alright, I'm gonna build. I'm gonna try building this way, see if it's any faster. Probably it's not faster. Actions with 16 processes. Okay. I really hope learning the C++ is gonna make me, like, better in general. B closed in is undeclared. Okay. B closed in. It's interesting. Alright, what did we do? We just ask it, where is B closed in? So it says go to line 93. So move to standoff, CPP, go to line 93. When did this change? Be closed in. Okay, whatever. This is an AI error. You gotta accept those, you know. Live with those for the benefits it gives us. Basically, I'm building an Arkham system, Arkham combat system, and I really don't know anything about C++. I'm just testing to see if it works, and I'm also using Mixamo animation. So yesterday I learned how to retarget the Mixamo, and then like just working with blend spaces. Okay, so now they pause, but it's like it's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna tell it I don't like it's working. Okay. However, I don't like how they sometimes strangely walk in front of each other like that. Are we going to resolve that later? That next. Yes, it's a little bit better. They are jittering, but like I cannot fault it for that. This is what the AI looks like. Move to standoff. So we have update combat role, which has like a number of states like attacking, standing off. We have stagger, and we have can attack. So if it can attack, it will go to you and it will do it will request the token from the coordinator, and it will do an attack with a montage. Otherwise, it will just keep circling around you, and sometimes randomly they will do a taunt animation, which is right there. But we will figure out why that's not. Okay, that says what bothers you right now. If these they are still always rotating in the same direction around me, from what I can tell. So it says paste your current onPossess function. So we have mob AI controller CPP, and I want to show it my onPossesses. Because it doesn't seem to be that different. Find this block and take disk task. Okay. So I need to go to my this is in tick task. So let's go to move to standoff. Tick task. Okay, so it says change this line to this line. So if the coordinator exists, so I'm gonna look for if coordinator. I'm gonna place this line. So the difference was it's just basically, oh god. So the difference was, it's just like, there's like a smaller chance of it changing angles. Why would we do that? We wanted to have a greater chance. So what's going on there? Where did my level go? Should always be first. Yeah, like they're always going that direction. I mean, I guess I have to. Yeah, I hate that. I don't like that. That's just weird. That's not like Arkham at all. And like part of the problem is like I don't really know what's going on. Like they're all trying to get a radial angle around me, and like this guy's not even moving. He's just standing there. So what we should do is we should compile. Oh, so that code basically made it so they can only drift within 45 degrees of their own arc. This was just to add more believability in the way they are all kind of randomly placed, but it doesn't feel like let me see if I can pull up, like I need to look up, it doesn't feel like free flow combat. I mean, I guess when you're starting out, you can't expect it to look perfect, but like, I just wanted to like, I want the enemies to be more sophisticated, you know? It's not all about the player, it's also like the enemies. Might have to watch some tutorials later on, because like, these are like centered around not the player, but not the enemies, but the player, and I mean, they look great, and probably I need to spend some time just doing what the tutorial says. I don't know. It's like, I like that, but it's not about the enemy. Like, my enemies are just, they're still jittering. They're jittering really violently. Okay, so the compile must have finished. Compile finish. Actually, the enemies still pretty jittery. What was next on the list? Actually, they became way more jittery. Yes, they are way more jittery now. Go to move to standoff. So, as I'm understanding it, with using these AI tools, either you're at a level where you're so good that you don't need them, or you're not at a level where like you're trying to use them, so you really don't win whether you use the AI tool or not, because like I could be making the system with EQOS, with blueprints, like I know, and I would make something that wouldn't be as nice, but like every step of the way I would know what it does because I used it. So I'm having a really hard time working with this AI, making it work good. It's not like an invisible system, like a back-end system where you can't see it. You can see the result of your labor. So when it jitters like this, you're like kind of upset, like this is not what you wanted at all. Okay, it says it's running every frame. The tick task is running every frame. Instead, I should change the drift block to only run when the mob is not currently moving towards a destination. So, I should replace this line, assign radius. So, memory. That really kind of made everything look worse. So I'm gonna, is this correct? I'm gonna build. Oh, that wasn't right. Let's undo that. So So I'm instead gonna do from what line to what line. So undo doesn't work like I thought it would. So alright, I'm guessing the full file. This is too much stuff. It's giving me the full file. And like I read it and like for example, what does F stand off memory? Like, what is memory to begin with? What is reinterpret cast? Like, I know a cast is reinterpret cast. What are we remembering? AIC? That sounds like AI controller. Like, try to build this. It wasn't written for people to just know. It was just kind of written to work. And like, that's not what I was like. It's not really beginner friendly. So now I'm gonna say they snap to not move. And then they stop moving. They snap to not move now, and now there is no blend between the stop moving and moving. Should I fix that in Animation Blueprint? I have a feeling, yeah. Alright, what I'll do is I know how to fix the Animation Blueprint problem. So I'll go ahead and start there, because right now our whole animation blueprint is simply this thing, which, yeah. What we should do is we should have idle, not that idle. I mean, we could have that idle. No, we shouldn't. Gonna say idling. This is one state, right? So we're gonna have to have a state machine. This state machine is gonna be starting at new state, idle, and we're gonna move whenever our, oh my god, now we have to get our speed. So let's set the length to speed for blend space. If we need it later, we'll rename it, but right now it's speed to blend space. So we're gonna have a new state, moving in combat. So later we'll have some Boolean variable like, oh, you're moving in combat, therefore you. So we're gonna say speed for blend space is greater than 0. Then we're gonna do speed for, okay, copy Speed for this is not Boolean. So here in idling, we're going to have our normal idling animation. Whenever we switch to something, it's going to have like a 0.millisecond delay and a blend into the boxing blend space. And it's actually weird because the forward is X, so I actually have to make H speed go into vertical, so I probably should rename these later. Or I guess I could rename them now. I'm gonna name this Y speed and X speed. And X is for forward. Can I do parentheses? Yes, I can. Wow, that's crazy. Y speed. Right. Interesting. Okay. So now that that's fixed, they won't snap, so that's nice. No, they still snap. There's just too much pausing. I don't like that. The pause interval is way too high. Make it like a few seconds instead of this. So back to the MBP. Let's just check this transition and see the length. I want the duration to be noticeable, like 5 seconds. So whatever that was really quick. Yeah, now, nope, that's still, they're so jittery. Hang on, I'm just gonna change my camera to ignore the pawns. I don't know if I know how to do that. I'm gonna try. Third person character. Boom length. Boom. Is this where we do the collision? Well. No. I gotta look up how to make camera ignore pawns. Boom. Unreal. I have to set it on the AI character, not this one. Where did I think I named it mob. That's why you gotta be organized. It could be a lot more organized. So I'm gonna say collisions. Set this to custom, and I'm gonna change camera to ignore. Let's see how that looks. Nope, it's still doing it because the mesh also has presets, custom. So we'll do it this way for now. If we realize we need to change it, we will. Okay, so they're just kind of jittering around. So I'm gonna change the pause default from where? Okay, it says change. Like they should be moving longer and also pausing longer. Does that fix this? Where is open BT? So I have to go to BT test H. Look for min. Pause min seconds. So the minimum pause is at least a second. destination update threshold, change it to 50. So maybe that will do something. So let's build. So I get the idea, like in H, you're basically setting up your variables, right? C++, you're creating functions, definitions, and you're tweaking things, I guess you could say. These are, and you might create local variables, but in H, these are the ones that are permanent variables, like you would do in a blueprint. And then you go inside a function, and you can create a local variable. That's what the variables in C++ are. It's like not great, you know? It's not what you want. Like it works, and these are mix-em animations, but I don't think giving myself real animations would actually fix it. It's like they always rotate towards me. Like, okay. Sometimes you're paused. You don't even turn to look at me. Like this guy is just stuck. That animation clearly is foot sliding. Foot sliding is something I can tweak later. One of the AIs was not moving. Let's check it out. Interesting. To fix it, go to the execute task, which file? File and which line? So I'm going to go to BT task, move to standoff CPP. We're gonna find where we did EBT node result. So I guess I should rename this thing into. I should rename this into fighting the AI, because that's basically what this whole thing has been. That's weird that like one of them wouldn't move. Still, maybe he's not the same. Nope, it is. Still, one is not moving. It is the fourth one. They are near me. What is happening? This makes me think that like general software development is kind of broken, because you could be making a lot of bad decisions and it would take a long time for people to realize they're bad, and then you could just keep getting paid for your job until like, because like if it looks like it's working, that's good enough when the code is invisible. When it's visible, that's when like you can immediately see something needs to be fixed. Okay, it says to add a log. What line? Needs to tell me what line. So it says to put it in tick task. Why is it called tick task? So it says to do it in line 58. Well, obviously not that. Probably have multiple tick tasks. Where? It says to replace if memory is this return, so if memory is here. So we're just logging. It needs to stop talking like a person that says, "Oh, go where this line is," and start being like, "Go to this line where it says this thing," because you know you're an AI. I don't know what you made. You don't know what I made. So be very, very specific. I would really like to see them attack me. But like, I gotta fix... Wait, let me see if it fixed that problem. Okay, I'm gonna delete this guy and make another one. Maybe there was some variable I set in him. Maybe he was too close to me. No, now he's looking away. Well, obviously he's looking away. Like, what are the values that he inherited? Nope, still he is looking away. No, still he is not moving. It is the latest AI duplicated. Did that. It said try duplicating it and deleting the old one. Did that, it did not move. Also tried moving it further away, it did not. I kind of regret not using EQS. Like originally this architecture was going to have EQS and I was like, well, what does Batman do? And they said, well, Batman uses a token-based system and we can use math to more accurately divide the positions, each item. So they're all like choosing a specific place to go before they go there, so that ideally they wouldn't bump into each other, but they still are kind of bumping in, and then this guy is not even moving. Okay, let's see output. I kind of wish I could clear it, but oh, I should probably have compiled. I'm not sure if I compiled. But let's paste it. See if I didn't compile it. If we did compile it, it will. If we didn't, it will tell us. Just this one guy is stuck. So I think what the problem is, the enemies that are behind me don't seem to move. It seems like enemies that start out behind the player don't ever start to move. Oh my god. There I am. Whoops. Gotta get used to the angle. I can move it. Camera. Yeah. Then I can be back here. So glad I got this. I got this camera during like COVID time. I thought we would all need them for my desktop. I thought I need it. Now I need it, so that's good. Okay, so let's try going far away from these guys, seeing what happens. Okay, one of them started moving towards me. I guess I should probably tell that to the computer. One of them started following me after getting far enough away. That is so weird. One of them started to, after I got far enough away, but the other two didn't. How can we resolve these issues so the direction we are facing is not important? Rather, the spot they choose should be some factor of the direction they are towards the player and where they currently are, so that they travel the least distance to get to their first available position. What line? So it says an execution task. Execute task. Execute task. Replace. Here, paste it. And let's get to tell them just change it. Coordinator lookup. Full function, please. That's not clear. Like, that's the thing, like, if you can already do it very clearly, all you need is someone to do it for you, but you know how, that's one thing. But at that point, you could just do it. You're not really losing a lot of time, you know? It's hard to know. To be fair, I've never used C++ Unreal, so this is new. I ought to watch a tutorial. If anyone watches this later, finds a tutorial, please let me know. I'm not expecting it, but, you know, be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. It'd be cool if I could just like zoom into my face. Say lean back. Okay, it says to take this whole thing and replace it. So that's what we did. Did I already do that? Oh my god, I already did that. Okay, now a different AI. Is this system built for only AI at a time? Because right now, instead of that same duplicated, I created 3. The middle one instead. However, the full 3 AI that were in front of me were fine. Like, these are problems that I did not know that I would have to deal with when I started getting into game dev. I thought it was like, oh, I have an idea for a game, I know how to make it, and I make it. Oh, there's a problem? Okay, I know what the solution is, and then I solve it. Oh, now it's a different AI that's not moving. Okay. It's like, I have enough experience, I've done the homework, I know how to make the game I want, now it's just a process of doing it, and I like it, so I'll keep doing it. But instead, it's like, every day is a thing I've never heard of, and there is no end. That's okay. That's totally fine. So, two things to check. First, how far apart your mod spawn positions. If they are placed very close together, they all derive nearly the same angle from the player, cluster at the same orbit. Secondly, the real fix is to add a small random angular offset at spawn, so no two mobs will start at the exact same angle, even if they are placed nearby. Add this after computing assigned angle and execute task. What line do I add that code to? Always try to be descriptive, more descriptive about the location where the line should be. So now it's saying execute task. We're gonna look for memory current angle. We're gonna add some code that's gonna give a random like variety to the location. I don't fully understand it. This is jittering the spawn. I'm gonna have to come back to this. Come back to this. They're just not... Okay, one of them moved. How many mobs can this system support? Was there an easier, simpler way to do all this that we skipped? Because you always need to do the simple way first. So it says the way we are doing it is the most robust way, and that's what I was wanting. But like, it's like, okay now, so every time I run the program, one of the 3 enemies behind me is able to move. We need to allow for it to work even if AI are near each other at the start. Later, we are even going to implement them running towards their starting positions before the combat begins. And they make it look so easy. I'm gonna watch a tutorial on how to do this after this, because this is like, there's no way this should be this hard. I'm doing something wrong. Hang on. Gonna buy the close combat pack at this point, cause like I need something to give me like that feeling like it's working, and I need better animations than Mixamo. I don't think the Mixamo animations are necessarily bad, and I had to do some work. Like I had to fix their root motion. Originally they were root motion. I had to animate the offset to make them not, but yeah, like this jittering, everything, that's still gonna be there. The only thing we're gonna get is we're gonna get the root motion. We're gonna get the better animation. So let's get close combat. Anim set. Good, it's not that much. anyways, back to the situation at hand. I think we ought to just ignore the problem. Okay, I'm gonna send it a screenshot of my current situation. Oh, not that. These guys always just wanna. Like I know this is not a real person, and I show it pictures and try to give it examples of what's going on. That doesn't mean it's gonna know, but like it's still like a fun thing to do, I guess. So we gotta show it the combat coordinator again, and that's fine. And it wants to see H, so we'll give it H. So it's saying to replace executor task, but they're talking about the execute task. What? Yeah, verify. Okay, where am I gonna put it? I want to put it in my how that's going. Hopefully it works, unlike my other sword and shield. I was having problems with the sword animation pack earlier in the year. Like, it was a really good pack, but I think I did something wrong. It didn't connect to it didn't work. It basically didn't work. How long have we been streaming? It can't be that long, right? Oh, the bottom of my screen is... Oh, that's convenient. Do I have everything on this computer? Yeah, I have everything. I need to search for sword. Sword animations, yes. See if I can migrate it from another project into Unreal. And this time I'm gonna fix the references and it'll hopefully work. It has worked for me in the past, so I must have done something wrong. I'm aware this is not how you're supposed to migrate content, but what does it mean is too old? Sword anim set. Like these animations work with Unreal 5, so they ought to work with It's hard to tell if that's correct. Actually, that probably is correct. So I, it's a good thing I made that retargeter earlier. So I'm going to retarget anim assets. So at least I have something, which is like better than, like, instead of using these, I'll use a sword animation. That's fine, because I actually like sword animation. I will just be responsible for the root motion, unless I decide to go root motion. I always use root motion for attacks and non-root motion for movement, because I never figure out how to do root motion for movement. Probably there is a way. And yeah, I would like to know if there is a way. I'll probably look it up soon. It's so cute. What does the AI say? So it says to replace in coordinator, combat coordinator, replace these lines. That's what it all boils down to. Replace this line with this line. Now when I do a job interview, they're gonna say, how did you solve your bug? Well, sir, the AI told me to replace the line with this line, so I replaced this line with this line. What I'm gonna say, which file are these in? So in combat coordinator H, right below the get assigned. These are big files. What do I change again? And also, what else do I change? Change it in here and make it easy for me to grab it. So it says to add this line in the public section. So that's what I'll do. I guess I'll add it right here. We're just creating an array, but that's a function. Functions don't belong in header files, do they? I didn't know functions could go in header files. It's called an inline function. Okay. Where is execute task located? So like it said to go to your execute task. Like which one? Oh, move to stand up. That's completely different. Because I was in combat coordinator earlier. Now I'm in here. Setting some variables, running some functions. Just a bunch of stuff. It's easy to make. When you're the one making it, it's easy. But when you're the one like following, that's like a different thing. Different skill set. I don't know. Like right now we're fixing bugs. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we're doing it. But we're doing it. That's something. That's welcome to the future. I'm gonna learn to use MakeHuman so that I can give my AIs some kind of physical body. I was also thinking about using Fuse 3D, which is like this tool Mixamo made to make 3D characters like simply, but they've abandoned it, so it's free. It's funny how a free software becomes like, oh, no one likes it, but like a hard to use software like Character Creator, everyone goes crazy about. Like, it's weird how we have that psychology towards free things. Does Make Human have a Blender plugin? Okay, it does. So I can just use Make Human with Blender, so I'll try that. Blender. Does it work with Blender 3? No, it says it works with Blender 4 newer. Let's just see what happens. So I'm in Fuse right here, and I'm just gonna see what I get. It's like, also they're not marketed. Okay, well that go. Nope, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, they're not marketed, you know, the free softwares. So you end up forgetting they exist, and you end up trying to use a complicated software instead. Yeah, I'll just try to open Blender 4. Like, I'm sure this software has existed for Blender like, it has existed, but it's not like no, like, it probably existed for 3, it's just not known. Okay, now here I am in Blender 4. I drag into Blender 4, and now I can add a human, or maybe I can just download it. Download, I'm gonna put it in my H, put it in my miscellaneous. Make Human. Wait, what is Skinify rig? Creates a... oh, that's weird. I don't want that. So I'm gonna go to Preferences. Gonna install. Downloads. Oh, right, I put it in my H drive. Looking for... Make Human. Well, I'm gonna just ask the internet. What is going to be easier to work with in regards to making quick and easy and with animation characters for 3D game dev, specifically NPCs in Unreal Engine? I'm gonna ask it, should I use the Fuse 3D or Make Human or Make Human for Blender? Why is Make Human not popular character. So I'm actually gonna put this question to Gemini, because Gemini sometimes is surprisingly good in ways I cannot fully comprehend. So I always love to hear Gemini's opinion on things. So make human. I mean, I added the add-on. Where is it? It's called MPFB. So let's try MPFB. Human make try to drag it in again. Because I have to look up how to use make human. It says make human for Blender is the clear option. So it says it is reminiscent of early 2010 graphics, and character creator is a high fidelity option. So character creator features robust native export pipelines for Unreal's core skeleton framework. Does CC have some standard animations as well? So fuses. Thing is, I really don't want to use MetaHuman. Like, they don't feel good. Can I get a lot of work done in the month-long free trial for a clone? Man, it seems like character creator is the best option, but it also has, like, I heard they have bad practices where they don't give a lot of stuff for free. I would also be worried to get sucked into the world of character creator and not really get very far. Thing is, like, I have to be happy with the software that I have available to me and not constantly think, oh, if I had a different software, everything would be better. I need to just, like, accept what I have and the rest will work out, you know? So what I need to figure out is, will learning CC be a huge time sink? Oh, we're getting off topic. Okay, these work. These work just fine. What we were doing is we were trying to fix our execute task. Execute. Just right here. We're going to build once. We're going to see the results. If the result is not to our liking, we will continue working on it tomorrow. But I think I need to get off the stream. I need to try to look up tutorials on FreeFlow, because I think relying on AI to build me these systems is not gonna do it for me, you know? It's not how I learn.
It's not how I operate. People who say they make things with AI, they already kind of knew how to make things. Let's be real. Let's be so for real. If we got these guys farther away from each other, would they move? No. No, they wouldn't. It's because they're behind me. I just know it. Nope, it's not because they're behind me at all. Like, when you build a not robust system, like with EQS, you think, oh, if we just had a robust system, all these bugs would be fixed. Nope, still bugs. So just remember, when you're making something, it's okay to keep it simple. No one's gonna get on you for, oh, it's too simple. Like, I at first liked that, oh, they're moving, but now I'm like, they're moving. This is probably not gonna fix it, but I wanna see. What if I make the blend time a whole minute? A whole second. It's still weird. Well, we did enough. We did our best.